Attention football fans, the African Games Grand Finale is finally here, and here are the details.
There's a place where dreams come alive, where the rhythms of the land fill the air.
Welcome guys. So sorry, before I begin, I want to say sorry for keeping you guys waiting. I know it's been a while. I haven't dropped a new video. It was due to life and of course the network challenges that we were facing right here in Ghana a couple of days ago. But anyway, we are back with a bang. So as you all know, there's currently the African Games ongoing, which will be ending on the 23rd of this month, which should be Saturday, I think. And today we have the grand finale of the women's football, which is between Ghana and Nigeria. Now, before I run you through the teams and what you would expect, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, kindly subscribe, like this video, and share this video to someone. Great. Now let's begin. As we all know, Ghana and Nigeria, there's always that sweet rivalry between these two countries, right? And this was actually meant to be. When I saw the group in the beginning, I knew that definitely one way or the other we might have a Ghana-Nigeria clash. So let's just get into business, shall we? Before we begin, this is how the teams were selected for this season's African Games. So the teams that made into the final round, which is the fourth round of the 2022 Under-20 Women's Football Qualifiers, they were the teams that qualified for this African Games. So I'm talking about Uganda, I'm talking about Ghana, I'm talking about Cameroon. Cameroon also dropped out due to some money issues, so they couldn't come and play right here in Ghana. So we had Morocco in there, we had Senegal, we had Tanzania also in the mix. So this was how Nigeria made it to the final. Nigeria were put in the same group as Morocco, Senegal, and Cameroon. But due to Cameroon's exit from the tournament or withdrawal from the tournament, their group only had 3 countries. So their first game was against Morocco, which ended 2-0. They moved on to the next group stage game, which was against Senegal, and they won by 4-0. Ideally, they were supposed to play against Cameroon, but because Cameroon is not the team, they had that bit of a rest until they got into the semi-final. In the semi-final, they were paired up against Uganda, which that game finished 2-0, and that was how they made it into the final. So if you look at the scoreline, Nigeria is the only team yet to concede a goal in this tournament. They've kept all clean sheets. They've scored 8 goals in 3 matches, so that should tell you something about the Nigerian defense and attack. Now, there are certain key players also to note in the Nigerian squad. Their top goal scorer so far of the tournament, which is Chioma Olise, she has 2 goals. It's a player that we definitely have to watch. She's really a very brilliant playmaker, and during this tournament, she's really been pivotal in most of their goals. Also, if they've kept a clean sheet, that should tell they have a really good defense and a good goalkeeper. So their goalkeeper, Faith, is somebody that they have to be wary about. Ghana has to think about how they are going to score her in this tournament. Not forgetting the number 17 girl, Jumoke Alani. Charlie, this girl was really balling in this tournament. So these are some of the key players that probably will be looking forward to hit the Ghanaian squad. Now, yet again, in the Ghanaian side, this is how Ghana made it to the final. Ghana, on the other hand, they played more matches than Nigeria, and not in their first game, it was against Ethiopia, which ended 1-0. It wasn't really much of a good performance from the team that day, but they still ended up with a win. In their next game, they were paired up against Tanzania, and they had to come back from behind to win the game by 2-1. In their final game against Uganda, it was a 1-1 draw, and that was how they qualified as top of the group into the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, they were drawn against Senegal, which they put out one of their best performances so far in this tournament, and the game ended 3-1 in the favor of Ghanaians, and that is how they made it to the final. Some key players to note in the Ghanaian squad also include one of the best players in the tournament so far, Mukarama Abdullahi. This girl is really a very good playmaker. Other notable mentions also include Tracy Boache, number 17, with the Haaland celebration anytime she scores, and also we have Comfort Owusu and also Comfort Yeboah. These two players are really keen to watch. Not forgetting one of their fast-pacing, skillful wingers, Murphy Anyame, who will be looking forward to see how they can cut the defense of Nigeria. It is also important to note that the last time Ghana and Nigeria, this same team, met in the final was in the Wafubi Women's Cup tournament, which was held in Kumasi last year. Ghana and Nigeria also went into the final. In that same tournament, Nigeria also maintained a clean sheet streak throughout the tournament until they met Ghana in the final. That game ended 1-1 and went on to be decided on penalties, which the current captain of the squad, Afi Amenyoku, was the hero of the day. She made quite a number of saves in that penalty to help Ghana to lift the trophy. Nigeria definitely will be willing to not replicate that result that happened in Kumasi, and they wish that this time around they could get the better of Ghana to lift the trophy. So it's really a cagey game over here. There's a lot to play for. There's a gold medal. Now, let's not forget that Ghana only has 10 gold medals on the medal table, but Nigeria had 3 times more gold medals than Ghana in the African Games medal table. So guys, it is really going to be a great game. The game is going to be at 8 p.m. If you are in Cape Coast, if you can travel to Cape Coast, please be on your way now to the place. If you are in Cape Coast already, make sure you book a seat because it's free entry. It's free entry, and the place is going to be packed. The semi-final game was really ballsy. It was really good. So I hope that you guys will go out there and create a perfect atmosphere for these girls to flourish. So that's all, folks. Other games that we have to also take a look at is the game between Uganda and Senegal, which they'll be fighting for the bronze medal. Per the way the games have gone, I'm predicting that Uganda could be the one beating Senegal to pick up that precious bronze medal. So guys, that's the update of what's happening in the African Games. We hope to come your way in the subsequent game videos. It's also important to know that Coach Yusuf Basigi and Ghana have one of the longest unbeaten streaks so far in the country. So they've played 15 games. They've won 14. This is their 16 games on the bounce. Now, can Ghana continue their unbeaten streak by beating Nigeria, or will Nigeria be willing to take revenge for what happened in Kumasi? Notwithstanding, this game promises to be a very great game. I'm personally looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see, of course, Ghana to lift the trophy. 8 p.m. the game begins. Be in Cape Coast or follow on YouTube. You could get a link to watch the game as well. Or if you're in Ghana, just tune into GTV Sports Plus and you can catch the game live. Make sure you watch the game, and we'll be back here to discuss what really happened in the grand finale. Now, until I see you in the next video, follow me on all social media handles at SN Women's Football. And as always, I'm Selassie, and I'm just a guy who loves women's football.